In my job as a body language analyst, it's the most common thing in the world to, notice when people get nervous. That is basically 90% of my job because, well, people get emotional reactions for a number of reasons. And yeah, the most natural emotional reaction is to get nervous. Maybe people are not ready for an interview, or they are upset about something, or maybe they don't like the interviewer. In this case, we're talking about interviews, but the thing is that I don't have enough opportunities to do the opposite, to show you examples of people being confident, to be in control of the conversation, in spite of being asked questions that are asked in bad faith. And in this case, it's Sydney Sweeney, which is no stranger to this channel for reasons. And she was asked a question about those jeans ads, and it was a bit of a malicious intent. But the nice thing is that we got her answer, and that is a great example that we can copy, and I'm going to not teach you, but share with you how can we copy exactly what she did. So let's watch the clip first. And Sydney Sweeney refuses to disavow joking about white people's genetic superiority in relation to Sweeney's great genes ad. And this is the most important thing. You know that people were up in arms about a jeans ad that had this wordplay between genes, what you wear, and genes, what makes up your DNA. And say that I have great genes. And at no point she said I had great white genes or something. Like, she says my eyes are blue, and that's obvious, and she's got great genes, and that's obvious as well. Either if she was talking about the genes or the genes, doesn't matter. But this is the question in itself. Pay attention. There's two parts of this. There's two clips that we're going to watch. Pay attention to their body language and especially their facial expressions. It's important.
We're sort of talking around this American Eagle ad right now, and maybe we should just talk about it. So, were you surprised by the reaction?
I did a gene ad. I mean, the reaction definitely was a surprise, but it was, I love jeans. All I wear are jeans. I'm literally in jeans and a t-shirt like every day of my life.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I like your jeans.
You look great in your jeans. I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean, the president tweeted about the jeans ad, or Truth Socialed about the jeans ad, and that just seems to me like a very crazy moment for anyone, and I wondered what that was like.
It was surreal.
It was
surreal. That's it. Notice how she just takes in the questions. She makes sure to add some levity, not adding humor, but at least laughing about that. Oh, well, yeah, the reaction of the jeans ad. But most important, she keeps it calm. That she always has this kind of calm expression in her face. That is nice. That is an asset that she can exploit. Not many people have this kind of calmness to her face behavior, but I think that Sydney does it very well, using it and weaponizing not only her smile, but the way that she looks at people. I think she's really engaged in the conversation. She's really charming. She's got a lot of charisma, and she lets the journalist ask the question, even regardless of the question. She acts in this nonchalant and non-threatening and non-confrontational way, and say that I just made a jeans ad. It's like when you ask people about politics and they say, you know what, I don't know, a football coach. I have no way of talking about politics because my opinion would be worthless. That is the attitude that Sydney is doing very well in here. She's just saying that it was surreal that Donald Trump reacted to her jeans ad. But the second part is perhaps the most important, which is the most, that the journalists try to go there. And you know that when this clickbaiting scavengers, these barnacles of misinformation want to do their thing, they will double down on you, triple down of you if necessary. And this is, I mean, this already became a meme online. The way that you have to look at people when they are speaking nonsense. I want you to soak up this face and remember this expression. And this is the expression that you should have when people are talking nonsense to you. But let's watch the clip so we can better address what she answered.
The criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
Yeah, there's nothing to say about this. There's absolutely no opinion about this. And notice, this is very important. And I fail a lot at this because notice difference. I'm going to show you the first clip, okay, without sound. And you're going to notice something. Notice how she laughs at certain points of these questions. She has this laughter. It's going to happen again. The journalist says something again, and she laughs to add that levity. I mentioned that already. Notice that. We need to address that difference. Here comes again. It's going to happen, and just I'm going to move forward a bit. Okay. And she is going to do it again. Has that smile, that broad smile. The journalist says it again, and she's good. There it goes. She laughs a bit, but when she notices that the journalist is becoming annoying, talking about political climate, which is basically out of bounds, has nothing to do. The ad had nothing to do with politics or race or anything. Notice that again, she keeps her face as neutral as possible. And one thing that I do, and I should not do in many instances, and I know that many of my fellow body language coaches and myself, I tell you all of the time, is you, as a way of being polite, you should be nodding when people are talking to you, except when you know that they're setting up something that can harm you. You have to be very careful for that. Because if they are saying something, they're setting you up for an answer that they're trying to trick you into, a trick question, you should not nod. You should keep your head without moving. That's what Sydney did here. Notice that there was no laugh. There was not even like this, nothing. There was, maybe she had the slightest intention of nodding, but she knew that not even at that statement, white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. It's like she was well trained. She was well trained about this, how to respond about this, because nodding would have acknowledged that somebody or anyone was joking about white people and genetic superiority. And these are the instances in which you have to, okay, maybe if you could nod or laugh, that's okay. But as long as you can stay just neutral and just listen to people's words and try to think, are they setting me up for something? And Sydney knew 100% that she was being set up, and that was her answer. Her answer was
criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
Yeah. Nothing to say about this. No statement to be made, not necessary. This is the best approach. This is the best way. You don't need to have an opinion about everything. Sometimes I tell you that it's very useful to have an opinion on things, but as long as the question or the request for your opinion is made in good faith, to have a proper conversation, not setting you up to take your words out of context, because that is what they are going to do no matter what. They are going to take your words out of context, and in this climate, that could be a really bad move. That could be a career-destroying move. So yeah, Sydney was very careful with this. She did really well, and I hope that she keeps doing well in the future. I'm pretty sure that this is not the last time we're going to talk about her. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Scene Surgeon. Much love and bliss.